Welcome to FoundHER Voice podcast, the space for bold, empowering, raw, and unfiltered conversations about business, relationships, and everything that makes us fierce. No filters, no fluff, just real talk. We're back with season 3 and we're going even deeper. Get ready to own your voice, break barriers, and step into your power unapologetically. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, we're back with FoundHER Voice podcast. Tonight I'm sitting down with Erin from Above and Beyond Event Planning, and I'm so excited to get her back in here. She was on season 1, and we just talked about everything and anything, and she never really promoted her business. She's been living behind the scenes, trying not to put her name out there. And Valerie, she's always like, you're not hiding anymore. Like, I'm doing everything and anything. And so, me being me, I just tag her in everything on all the socials now.
Literally?
Because she's like, "Val, I don't want my name out there. Like, I just want to be referred, but not just put out there." So I'm like, okay, well, we're going to host this Friendsgiving. And hey, Erin, you want to, do all the decorations and all the event planning and all the stuff? Sure, Val. Okay, great. And let me go ahead and tag you on all these platforms too. And let me go ahead and just throw your business out there. Oh, do you have your business on all the platforms? Do you have your website up and running yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, let's get all this stuff planned out too.
Mm-hmm.
So tell them who you are. Tell them what you do, girl.
Well, I'm officially out of hiding. I've been in a little cave for a little while, and I guess it's time for me to come out of retirement. According to Val, I cannot just retire and move on with the rest of my life. So my name is Erin Pierre. I'm here in Lexington, Kentucky, by way of Cincinnati and Detroit, Michigan. I am an event planner. I love conferences and small events and engagements and retreats and just things like even what we're about to host here in a couple of days, the Friendsgiving, bringing people together. I love for people to feel the love in the room, smell the love in the room when they come in, be greeted by a nice staff and things like that, make them feel at home and make them feel welcome. I think it should be like that no matter what your event is. Even if it's a corporate event, you should still feel welcome and engaged when you come in. And so Val has officially pulled me out of retirement. We were talking about her event, and I just began to ask a lot of questions. And Val's like, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think of that. Why would you think of that? But as an event planner, that's what we do. We hear your plans, we hear your vision, we see the space, we see what you want to do with the space, and we figure out what speaks to you. And then we create and we make that happen and we partner with the right vendors. And so that is a lot of what I've done for the last 20 years, to be honest. I think at one point we talked when we first became friends, and I told you that technically my first event that I ever hosted I was about 8 years old. And I got this idea that I would plan a surprise party for my Sunday school teacher. And I was very in tune with my faith at a very young age. And so then I went to my mother, who was an event planner at the time, and I gave her the colors, I gave her the decorations, what I wanted on the menu, down to the gifts that the birthday person should get. And so it just kind of took from there. And so I've always loved events, fashion shows, um, cotillions. I was a debutante, so I was like really deep into that etiquette. And so that's just my thing. I think about what everybody else doesn't think about. I think about everything that's going to go right, and I think about everything that's going to go wrong, and then I plan it, and then I pursue it.
I love it. I love it. So, what got you into event planning?
Honestly, the women in my family, my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, all wedding planners.
I love
They
it.
all did flowers. They all planned special events. Even at the age of 18, 19, 14, I was helping my mother with weddings. She could get a bride that would come to her the day before and say, I messed up with the florist. I have nothing to work with. And I would watch my mother and she would go and she may have to customize some flowers and things like that. And then I would just jump in and help my mom. And so seeing how my mom has worked with brides and just different people all through the years, it just inspired me. My godmother, she's about 76, I've been around her doing events my whole life. Um, and this is why my business is called Above and Beyond 360, is because we can look at every single need that you have and we can meet the need. You need a photographer, you need a videographer, you need an officiant, you need a florist, you need someone who customizes, and I don't know, napkin ring setups, whatever it may be. I have somebody for every single thing, even down to like I said, my godmother, right?
Yep.
She designs dresses. She designs suits, and she's been doing it for over 50 years. She designed my wedding dress. She took my wedding dress apart. She shredded it. I gave her a thought. She ran with it. And I would say about 3 or 4 weeks before my wedding, my dress was done. My veil was customized. My headpiece was customized. Everything was customized down to my flowers. And so I've grown up with that my entire life. Me and Val, we share stories all the time. We share stories all the time, the crazy things that have happened throughout the years. And one of the craziest things that happened to me was when I was in grad school. I decided that I wasn't going to walk because I felt ashamed. Really, I felt ashamed because it took me a while to get my master's degree. And so my sister, my mother, and my father um, told me, no, you're going to go. You're going to go to graduation. You're going to walk. You're going to do it for yourself. You're going to do it for the family. You're going to do it for all of us. And so, of course, now that's a great memory that I have. My sister, being gone, not being with us anymore since the pandemic. And so that's a great memory I have. But what I did not think about at the time was that I had already accepted a contract. And it was my first Catholic wedding contract. I was really excited to do it. During the consultation, they hired me immediately. And so I forgot that graduation and the wedding were on the same day. And so my family decided, no, we're still coming. You're still going to graduate. We're still going to do this. Well, it was literally like I had my own team of Power Rangers or something, or like Marvel, or,
Yes.
whatever they call, because like my mother does flowers, my mother decorates, my father was an officiant, my father did photography, my father did videography, my sister was a professional pastry chef. And so I think I got my hair done at 2 a.m. I got my makeup done. I went to sleep for like 45 minutes. I got up at like 6 a.m., went up to Asbury University, graduated, and me being the event planner that I am, I put my family on the schedule.
Yep.
My family that came in town for my graduation, I put them on the schedule. So I was like, hey, everybody's going to be after school by 8. I'm going to graduate by 9:30. We're going to take pictures with the school by 10:30, and by 11:30, we're going to take a bunch of family pictures. We're going to eat brunch, and then we have to be down to St. Peter Clavers. My dad was so upset. He didn't believe that I was going to do that. So we took pictures and I was like, yo, it's 11:30. We got to go. And he's like, wait, what? No. And I'm like, no, no, no. I have a contract that I have to fulfill. And so that was one of my favorite weddings. She actually became my first favorite bride that I ever worked with. She was just so full of so much joy. Her mother was full of so much joy. Her family was full of so much joy. They made it easy for me to do my job. And when I say we had bloopers like out this world. When she got back from her honeymoon, she called me and she said, I just spoke to my mom. She told me about all of these things that happened. And I was like, okay. And she was like, but you smiled and you nodded and you were happy and you were nice to the people the whole day. You didn't look stressed. You weren't mad all day. And I was like, well, number one, that's what you hired me to do, right? That's the job of an event planner. We take on the stress of our client. We feel it and we take it and we brace for impact so that you don't have to.
Okay.
And so that is what that whole day was. And everything that could go wrong went wrong. right? Everything that could go wrong went wrong, but it was still great. It was still fun. She had a great time. Her family had a great time. That was the first time I saw a priest on the dance floor. I remember I was in the back cleaning up and everybody was like chanting and having a good time. And I was like, who's on the dance floor? And I go through and peel back the people, and it is Father Norman, which a lot of people in Lexington know about Father Norman. He was a hoot at he was a priest at St. Peter Claver. Everybody loved him. He was just really different. I never saw a priest that could sing, that could rap, and then would pray and then go rap again. And then next thing you know, he's breakdancing on the dance floor. Like, but he was just great though. So that was just a great memory that I had. And I've talked to Val about this before. When I took that contract on, the very first thing that the bride said to me during the consultation was, this all sounds good. This is going to be great. I'm so excited. My maid of honor hates you. And I was like, she doesn't even know me. I haven't even met her yet. We haven't even signed the papers yet. Like the ink isn't even dry. How could she hate me? And she was just like, she hates all event planners. She can't stand them. She thinks that they're mean, they're bossy, they're overly direct. She hates their tone. They make her uncomfortable, all the things. And I remember telling her, you know what? She has a point. Most event planners and decorators, they don't do people. It's the weirdest thing. What they do is for people, but they don't do people. And so I guess I'm the
You're
weird
different.
one. Yeah, I'm different because I love people,
Mhm.
right? And I love working with people and meeting them where they are. And so I said, it's okay if she hates me. Um, that will change. And if it doesn't change, that's also okay,
That's
right?
right.
And so we're at the Lyric,
Mhm.
and I'm in the back and I'm cleaning up in the kitchen. The last thing that an event planner would be doing, right? But I'm giving the caterers a break. So I'm just kind of in there cleaning up, just kind of organizing things, and I'm listening to the speeches and everything because I'm like pretty close to the DJ's booth. And I hear the maid of honor call me out. And I was like, oh God, she's getting ready to let me have in front of all these people. She already said she didn't let me. And so I just remember her saying, wherever she is in the building, I just want her to know she proved me wrong. She proved me wrong. And I remember her saying, I don't know if I'll ever get married or have kids, but if I do, I'm gonna call Erin. And she did. She did, and she did get married, and she had a little baby boy, and they're doing really good.
Love
And
it.
so that's just part of why I do what I do. I like
Mhm.
changing minds, getting that concept, and then materializing it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So tell them every event that you do and what is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite. I would say I have two favorites. I have, well, no, three. Three. Weddings would be my all-time favorite. I know that that makes me sound crazy, but I love working with brides. I love working with grooms, and I love making sure that their day is as perfect as possible if it's not perfect in itself.
Mhm.
It is a memory that they will have for the rest of their lives. And every single person that comes to that wedding, that is a memory
Yep.
that they will have for the rest of their lives. And so I love weddings and I love galas. I love a good gala. I am an 1800s girly. So like Bridgerton and all of that, I go crazy when Bridgerton comes out because I love seeing the scenes where you get to see the women dressed up. You get to see like all of the drama that they go through to get dressed up, right? Like everything that they have to wear under their dresses and all of that etiquette. It's crazy, right? But I get a kick out of that. Like I love seeing that vintage. I experienced that on my wedding day, right? It took like two or three people to get me into my undergarments and my dress because I kind of believe in the old school feel, right? So I love galas. I love seeing people waltz and dance and connect and the energy in the room and the love that's in the room. It's a memory that they'll never forget. And it doesn't matter what the cause is, right? If it's for charity, if it's a scholarship, if we're raising funds because, I don't know, somebody's house burned down. And so we all got together and decided we want to do something about it. I love a good gala and I love a good cause. My third favorite would be conferences and retreats. I really love building a space where people can come and recharge. I love helping whoever the host is, right? I'm there so that the host can enjoy themselves and that they can spend time with their guests and that people can heal and they can be loved and they can cry and they can connect the dots and they can rest and all those different things, right? And putting together those welcome baskets and those thank you notes and those welcome notes and all those little just nuances, right? Those
Yep.
little details that most people don't think about, but at a retreat and at a conference, everybody remembers that,
Yes.
right? Down to the gift baskets that your guest speakers will receive, your out of town guests will receive. You want them, even though they're coming to pour out and they're coming to be kind and to be a blessing and to speak great words and to affirm people, right? That's the whole point of them being there. But you want your guests and your speakers to also feel recharged, and you want them to feel good, and you want them to feel welcomed, and you want them to have a memory that they'll never forget, and you want them to feel like, I can't wait till next year. I can't wait till we do this again. I can't wait to be in this space again. And so I would say that would be my third favorite.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So tell them where to find you, and then make sure to tell them about, what 2026 is going to bring. Because
2026.
Erin's just doing all the stuff. And you think she's just, a business owner, an entrepreneur, but she's adding to her plate and she needs to get it out there now, right? Because 2026 is coming, honey.
It's coming.
It's knocking at the door right now.
It's already planned. It is already on the books. I'm already booked probably halfway into next year, if not already into the fall. So I've accepted all kind of contracts except for weddings for next year. I will accept weddings, but I only accept 1 to 2 weddings a year because I spend a lot of time with my brides, my grooms, the mother of the bride, the father of the bride, the mother of the groom, the father of the groom, and just connecting with them and walking out that process, which is a very emotional process for a lot of people. Getting married, it is the biggest day of your life, but the things that happen, the steps that we take to get to that day is really important. So I do have a nonprofit. It is my baby. It is called Boundless Brilliance. I am so excited about presenting this to the community and eventually the world, really. What we do at Boundless Brilliance is we help kids with autism. We help individuals with autism. They don't just have to be a child. In particular, we help the moms with groceries. We help them with bills. If they're in a bind, we help them find therapy, no matter what type of therapy. It could be OT, it could be PT, it could be food therapy, it could be potty training therapy. So we connect them with the right places. We connect them with agencies around the state who are connected with the SCO waiver and the Michelle P waiver. And if your child or your individual is already not on a waiver, we help them to get on a waiver. We help families that are in crisis. And in particular, Boundless Brilliance, we put this together because we wanted to help families who cannot afford to pay for summer camp. Summer camp is very expensive, even for the average middle class family that has mom and dad in the household and everyone's working. Summer camp, it's expensive, guys. And I'm not a parent yet, right? But summer camp can run you anywhere from $200 to $1,200 to $5,000 just for the summer. And so we want to be able to help families, one, find camps that are appropriate for their children who have autism because everybody is not equipped for that. And then we want to help them pay for it. And so we have different sponsors and people who we've partnered with here in the community and here in the state and in actually out of the state. We have some sponsors from different states who have partnered with us. They love what we're doing. They love the educational part of what we're doing. They love that we're connecting our families with the resources that they need. And so, in particular, if you are a family that is in need, you can't afford the summer camp, you don't know where to go for summer camp, you need referrals for summer camp, that is where we come in. We'll do all the research for you. We'll connect you with who you need to connect with, and then we'll get the check signed so that your child can go somewhere where they're safe, where their needs are met, where people understand them, where people have patience to work with them, and also where they have patience for you, mom and dad. So that's what we do at Boundless Brilliance, and we're really excited about that. Next year is our grand event. In the month of April of 2026, we are hosting the first Boundless Brilliance Gala. The theme of the night is limitless. Listen, guys, these boys and girls, these men and women that are on the spectrum, whether they have savant syndrome or whether they are on the lower portion of the spectrum, they are literally boundless and they are brilliant and they are limitless. And so we're going to take a night to support them, to celebrate their families, to celebrate their caregivers. We're going to celebrate the teachers that are in the special education department. No matter what county you're from, they will get a discount for their tickets. I'm just so excited. We have Honey Child. They're going to be there with us as our entertainment for the night. We have one of the best catering companies in town. I'm going to leave them nameless for now because I cannot wait later on to announce who I have. He's a genius. He's a genius in the kitchen. So can't wait to have him. We have a little bit of everything and everybody that's coming out to celebrate with us. This is going to be a night to be remembered, and this is going to be a night that we make history in Lexington, Kentucky. So we look forward to seeing you at the gala with us next year.
I love it. Thank you, my dear, for being on here.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for always being in my corner. And thank you for always answering my texts, even if it's 1:00 in the morning, because Val, she just doesn't sleep, right? And Erin's like, I'm over here trying to sleep.
Well, most entrepreneurs don't sleep. So if I sleep, it's just a little bit. It's not a lot because our brains just move
They don't
so
shut off.
fast. We get all these ideas.
Mhm.
Sometimes we wake up with ideas and it's not even for me. It's for her. If it's not for her, then it's for her, or it's for her, or it's for her. And then even though we've been up all night planning, we have to be conscious and be like, everybody else is not up like us in the middle of the night. But then we wait till the next morning about 8 a.m. and hit everybody up and say, hey, we got an idea. Let's go. Let's do it.
I mean, I don't know, because I feel like some of these girls, they're probably pretty pissed at me because I still send that out. Because I'm like,
Well,
when it comes into this head, like, I don't know how long it will stay there. And I'll be like, where's my phone? Send.
yeah.
And
Well,
they'll be
then I'm
like,
thinking too,
it's
if I
12
send
in the
this now,
morning.
she'll get this in the morning. It's the first thing
See?
she'll get in the morning when she wakes up, right?
See?
I get that. So this is what I do. I have a group of people that I don't do that with. I respect the boundary, or that's not the way they process, right? There are other people like us. We want to see that first thing in the morning. We want to see that. That's how we're starting our day. Now I know what to think about. Now I know what to pray about. Now I know what I'm researching that day.
Exactly.
Right? I know what I'm considering that day. And then honestly, it might be late, but I'm appreciative that Valerie may be up at 2:00 in the morning and she may be thinking about a concept for me, or she may be thinking, hey, your process is really good, but you should kind of tweak it a little bit here. Like, if this will make it better, or I was on your website and I saw this, and hey, I think you should tweak that, or you should change this, or you should add that. And so I can appreciate it. But for those girlies that don't really like it, we just,
They're probably like, why?
I wish we could schedule our text messages.
I'm going to shut my phone off right now because I'm not even dealing with Valerie today.
That never happens. Just so y'all know, it never happens. Everybody wants to talk to Val. Everybody wants to be on the phone with Val. Everybody wants to be on the podcast with Val. Everybody wants to pick Val's brain and take a quick road trip out to Harrisburg and, talk and think and just collaborate. So,
Ladies,
for those other girlies, we'll try to find a system that can just schedule their text messages.
I mean, if any of you guys want to come up with something, how I can schedule these text messages, let me know.
If you know of a system or something, let us know. because we're kind of a in the moment
That's right.
type of group of women. We're going to be in the moment with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, guys. We will see you next week.
I would say if you want to find me, you can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram, from Miss Professional to Mrs. Professional, on Instagram. You can also find me on TikTok. And if you need to find me by way of the Founder Circle, then you can find me by way of the Founder Circle as well.
And if you need us, you know where to find us. Make sure you go watch the advertisement after this. Bye.
Bye.
It's your time to grow. Get started with Little Pot Design Studio today.